My name is Katja and you are welcome to my channel. I've been making these long Victorian skirts for a while, but then summer is coming and summer in Finland might be quite hot. Here is me hoping that the summer will be warm, and I've started dreaming about having this cottagecore style pinafore dress with a linen shirt underneath, and that's why I went and bought this lovely cotton and linen fabric. It's by Atelier Pronay, but I don't know how to say the name. But it's really lovely, and the cotton content makes it less likely to wrinkle, although it's still, of course, it wrinkles. But I think this color suits me very well, and then I'm going to make a white linen peasant style top underneath. I found this pattern a while ago when I was visiting the recycling center. Somebody had just abandoned this there. And I think this dress is something that would suit me very well. I might still make some modifications, but let's see. It's a really cute little dress in the picture, but I'm not sure if I have enough fabric for it because I bought the fabric without checking out the pattern, and I think I have like 2 meters of this, and this says 2.6 meters. But let's see, because usually I don't look at the pattern layouts, but I want to use the fabric as well as I can, so I usually end up saving a lot of fabric. It has basically this pinafore patch here and then shoulder straps that crisscross at the back. So let's get started. I have never opened this pattern. It seems that it's a half a circle skirt, and then there is this deep under straps. Here. So I need 4 skirt pieces. Okay, here is probably front. No, it's back. It looks really short. The skirt that I'm wearing right now is 70 centimeters, so this is really short. I want to add length. Let's see, because there was this other view. From the pattern envelope, it seems that there are 2 different skirt lengths. But actually there is just one, and it's this one. But it's okay because I can make it longer. I usually prefer tracing patterns, but as this pattern was such a simple one that I could easily draft it myself, I didn't bother. I decided to cut the shoulder straps in 2 parts as I didn't have long enough strip of fabric left. Another way I saved fabric was to use another fabric for the bib lining and the pockets. This white cotton was actually a shirt that I cut up years ago, but I ended not finishing as the fabric didn't work very well for the shirt. Not much fabric left, but I forgot the waistband. Anyway, to prevent the white pocketing from showing, I add small strips of my yellow fabric to the pocket openings. Then I can attach the pockets to the skirt side seams. Now I have sewn the side seams of the skirt and can add 2 rows of gathering stitches to gather the skirt to the waistband. However, as I'm still lacking my waistband fabric, let's move to the bib part. I sew the bib together, leaving openings for the shoulder straps that I want to attach later. Next, I piece together my shoulder straps and sew them into long tubes that are then turned around and pressed. I had to go back to the fabric shop to buy more fabric to make the waistband. Before attaching the waistband, I interfaced it with some fusible interfacing. Now the zipper that goes to the center back seam. I usually prefer invisible zippers, but I didn't have any in storage, so for once I did a lapsed zipper. However, I did later change my mind about the zipper placement and I moved it to start at the bottom of the waistband. Still, the sewing went forward similarly as shown here. A short update at this point. So I added the zipper. It's gaping a bit, but okay, it's alright. I haven't sewn on the waistband casing But before doing that, I want to shorten this because this is a bit too long here. I think it'd be nicer if it ended somewhere around here. So that means that I have to take off a bit. But I think then it fits me better. Otherwise, this is coming along really nicely. These will be probably sewn on or buttoned on. I'm not sure how to do it yet. I'm not really reading instructions, I'm just going on and trying to figure out things myself. Let's see how it goes. Actually, before they take this off, I'm going to have an ice cream break. Did you know that Finns eat more ice cream than anyone else in the world? I eat ice cream every day during the summer months. This is my current favorite. It's white chocolate salted caramel ice cream. And it's delicious. So good. Now it is time to finish the waistband from the inside. I was about to level the hem when I noticed that actually these pockets are pulling the side seam forward. It's not so visible when it's not on a dress form, but you can still see how it's doing it. So I need to take out these stitches and move this pocket slightly so that it doesn't pull anymore. So I wanted to show this because so often people think that I just sew things and nothing ever goes wrong. But in fact, a lot of good sewing is actually made out of patience and a lot of ripping the seams. So it doesn't matter if you manage to do everything correctly the first time, as long as you are ready to fix your mistakes. And it really pays to fix your mistakes, because otherwise you'll be never really happy with the garments you make, and then those garments end up spending time in your wardrobe and you are never going to wear them. So it's better to fix these small annoying things rather than leaving them in. Of course, sometimes just leaving some imperfections is a good thing. It's like your garment has a history, a story. I remember that you were just practicing and you learned something when you were making your garment. Like for me, those kind of things are buttonholes, because I'm still learning to make good hand-sewn buttonholes, and my each and every buttonhole is better than the previous one. So when I make a jacket which has a lot of buttonholes, you can really see how they change. But for me, it's like seeing that I've learned something. So I take the imperfect buttonholes as a positive thing, as a sign that shows that I've learned something. And also things like having these seams here that tell me that I ran out of fabric. It's like part of the story of this dress, that I can remember the sewing process and how I was so confident that I had enough fabric when I actually didn't. And actually I still had to go back and buy more fabric to make my waistband, because I forgot to cut the waistband. But then I was able to make this little scarf out of the fabric I bought for the waistband. Okay, this is now loose, so I'll take the other one. I've also learned that making things quickly doesn't really result in things that I love the most. My quick makes are often stressful makes. So, because I can't concentrate on actually loving the process of making things, but I'm just thinking of the finished garment, and then I'm getting stressed. But when I'm just doing things slowly, I can enjoy each stage, and I can add unnecessary details like little bits of embroidery or hand-sewn details. It makes it much more fun and relaxing and more like a hobby and not something I have to do. Because when you really have to do something, you think it as a duty, not as your hobby. So ripping these pockets out is, for me, it's just a part of the process of making this skirt. So it's not unmaking anything, it's just part of sewing. And then I can think that it's productive. It's not unproductive to rip out something that didn't go right the first time, because making a garment often contains these kind of moments when you have to go back and fix something. You have to adjust the fit, or you have to re-sew a seam, or you have to take out a pleat that was accidentally formed. Okay, now I have these pockets that are loose, and I think I'm going to put this on the dress form, and then I'm going to pin the pockets in place, making sure that they don't pull the side seams, and then I can sew them back. My dress form is a bit too slim, so I need to pin my dress on the dress form, making sure that it's fairly even. That dress form on the back would be better, but unfortunately it doesn't stay completely straight, so sometimes it's better to use this one, which stands straight. Okay, so let's look at the pockets. So this should go up here. Might be a good idea to add some kind of strip of cotton tape to hold this pocket, because it still tends to pull a bit, but it's now better than what it was. It seems that these pockets just won't work. I tried pinning them on, but they still pull the side seam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Victorian way of making pockets, because I know that that will work. So I will take out the top of this pocket back, because it's there for nothing, and instead I'm going to attach a cotton ribbon to the top of the pocket back. I'm going to then join the pocket to the waistband with that ribbon, so that I can make sure that the pockets won't pull the side seam, and that way I can fix this problem, because I think that this is the problem with the pattern itself. So the pocket should be a bit higher at this corner in order for it not to pull the side seam too much. I have let the dress hang overnight so that the skirt has stretched. Now I can level the hem. I want to add the ruffle later, but it makes more sense leveling at this stage. I had to go to the fabric store for the third time to buy fabric for the ruffle. As the skirt is a circle skirt, it takes a lot of fabric to make a ruffle that reaches all the way around. If I remember correctly, I cut 6 full width strips that I sewed together and then gathered. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe to the video. See you later. Bye!